Okay, so we're here with Danny at SBRK. Hey, Danny.
Hi.
Yeah, what have you brought to the show this year?
I'm introducing Zerua Nahasi, which is a polyphonic granular synthesizer with an integrated convolution reverb. This is my first module that I'm about to release with my brand, new brand SBRK devices. Yep. And it's basically 4 granular engines into a single module. The 4 engines can be used independently, or there are many possibilities of ways to combine the 4 modules. You have the typical granulation parameters, such as the grain length, the density, the pitch, the envelope shape, and some filtering, and the position of where you want to launch the grains. And this is the integrated convolution reverb. You have like an independent dry-wet control per voice. So here is where you would select the 4 voices, and in the front panel, you act on whatever you have selected here. So if you have the 4 voices selected, then you would be here changing the length of the 4 grain engines, and you can load independent samples into each one of the voices.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you've got another module. You've got another module down here.
Yeah, this one's working.
Yeah, can we hear how it sounds?
Sure. So first, let's give it some volume. I have already loaded a sample from the SD card. If I want to change the sample, I can do it here to pre-listen the samples and choose different ones. So if I'm happy with this one, I can load it. And once I load it, it goes into voice number 1 because only voice number 1 is selected. And here I can see the signal level of voice number 1. It is also possible to load samples from to record audio directly from an external stereo audio input and put that audio directly into the granulation slots. Or it is also possible to use live mode, in which it acts as a granular delay. So it works as a live granulator. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
The typical granulation parameters are the pitch, the density of grains, the length. It can go it goes in the audio range with a very short grain length. Here we can decide in which position we are launching the grains. And all of these parameters, before that, finally, here is the reverb. So we can apply some convolution reverb.
And as you mentioned, you've got 1 reverb per
No,
voice.
there is only a global one single instance of the reverb, but you have independent send controls from each one of the voices.
I see.
So from each one of the voices, you can send independently to the reverb. And it's a convolution reverb, so we can change the impulse response here, pressing this button. And it's also possible to load impulse responses from the SD card.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Yeah. So something that I like to do is to randomize some of these parameters, and it applies like a random per grain value. So for example, if I randomize the position, I first have to pick up the old value at 0%, and then now I start applying some randomization, and that means that each grain is going to launch from a different position in the audio file. So yeah, you can also randomize the pitch, the volume. So all the grains have different volume values. And right now, until now, I just explained one of the voices. But what we can do is, if we are happy with the sound we have in one of the voices, we deselect it, we select another one, and we are going to load another sample on the next voice.
And you get this pre-fade, pre-monitor listen.
Yeah, you can listen whenever you enter the player mode. You're just going to listen whatever the files that you're selecting from the SD card.
That's really useful.
Yeah. So if I'm happy with this one, I can load it into slot number 2. I can solo slot number 2, and this is what we just loaded. But if I unsolo it, we now have audio on the first 2 slots, and like this we have 4. And if I select both of them, whatever I do, I can control both of the voices, or I can control just one if I want to.
That's cool, man. That's great.
Yeah. There are also other possibilities for intergranular engine combinations. For example, with the X-Fade, there is just one of the voices that is outputting audio, and with the volume knob, it acts as a crossfader between the voices. So.
And how far does the pitch go, plus minus?
The pitch goes 1 octave up and 2 octaves down. So this would be, 1 octave up and 2 down, which you can almost not listen, but yeah. And then I forgot to mention that there are different types of grain engines. This one that you're hearing right now is the Varispeed grain engine, which works in the same way as a reel-to-reel. But I also have another grain engine, which it's called PolyStretch, which uses the famous PolyStretch algorithm. So with this one, we can apply some time stretching to the grains. So for example, if I solo out this one and I change the grain type to PolyStretch, now we are hearing the PolyStretch algorithm working on this sample.
Wow, it holds it together very well.
Yeah.
There's no like artifacts. It sounds really
yeah,
good.
no, it's pretty clear. It's like a straightforward PolyStretch effect put on this CPU. And now if I unsolo it.
Great. And how long are the samples you can put into it? I guess they're stereo files.
They are stereo files.
Sort of formats?
Yeah, the maximum length is 16 seconds per slot. So you can have 4 different 16-second samples, and the same length for the recording limit.
Great.
Yeah.
And this is your first module?
This is my first module. Yeah,
Great.
and I'm now starting to go into production, so close to the release date, which I hope it will be by the end of the year or the beginning of 26.
Okay, and how much will it retail for?
I can say right now. It's too early for me to tell because I'm still crunching the numbers, but I'm hoping, I'm just going to give like a very broad range, but something between 500 and 1,000 euros in a very broad range, so something in between.
Great. Yeah, well, it looks great, man, and it sounds great for your first product.
Yeah, thanks.
And yeah, we wish you all the best of luck with it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you.